We are now streaming live on YouTube. This is the preliminary hearing. State of Georgia versus Yahoko West, charged in warrant numbers 2025 CW 53763, murder, 2025 CW 53764, possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime. Representing the state is ADA Thomas. Representing the defendant is Attorney Kenneth Mitchell. ADA Thomas, your witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Detective, can you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm that the evidence you shall give before the court today shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
You can put your hand down, state your name for the record.
Detective J. Owens.
And Detective, you might want to bring you closer to your device or your device closer to you. You can have a soft voice.
All right, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, much better. How are you employed?
At the Clayton County Police Department.
Were you so employed on or about June 25th of 2025?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you have, first of all, are you assigned to a unit or anything? You just patrol officer?
The Criminal Investigations Division.
Okay. And as a member of the Criminal Investigations Division, were you assigned to a matter that occurred at 10375 Terra Boulevard?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that within the confines of the city of Jonesboro?
It is.
Clayton County?
Yes, ma'am.
And did that investigation involve a Yahiko West?
Yes, ma'am.
And what happened at that location on or about the 25th involving Mr. West?
There was a shooting in the plaza that shares Kroger and multiple other businesses.
And specifically, where in that plaza? Was it at a store or in the parking lot?
It was on the sidewalk of Kroger and in front of like a deli and a barbershop.
So on the sidewalk, not in Kroger shop or the deli. Just the sidewalk.
Yes, ma'am.
About what time of day was it?
It was going towards night, so it was about probably around 9 o'clock or so.
Okay. Now, what happened that brought about the shooting? I believe that's what you mentioned happened.
So when I was called out there, I was just informed that a male had shot the victim and left in a car. That's all we knew until we started the investigation.
And what did the investigation reveal?
It revealed the later identified Mr. Yahiko West. It showed him shooting the victim and then walking to his car, getting in it and driving off.
Okay, now what are we talking about here? I think the very first part that you said kind of dropped off. Something showed. What showed?
The surveillance footage, I'm sorry.
Whose surveillance footage?
So it was multiple. Originally it was the surveillance from the barbershop cameras. It was directly right there. So it showed a portion of the incident, but it cut off at a certain angle. And then I also got footage from the, I think it's called Wingstar Deli or whatever. That's right there. It shows a different angle of the incident. It shows where Mr. West was sitting on the rails prior to the incident.
He was sitting where?
Like on the railing on the sidewalk.
Okay, there's a railing on the paralleling the sidewalk.
Yeah, I guess you can call it like for a way for the handicapped people to get up to the deli and the barbershop and stuff like that.
And he's sitting on that rail?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you mentioned Mr. West by name several times. I'm actually able to determine that the person that owns two of these videos is Mr. West.
After the incident, like I said, he walked to his car. He didn't have on a mask or anything. And so we were able to find the car for witness testimony, and then we used the flock cameras in the area. And that was the only vehicle that was captured on flock 2 minutes after the incident occurred nearby. And we ran a tag and got the address and the registered owner. And they did, and then the registered owner of the car wasn't Mr. West. But once we did like I guess open source background check, on everybody who was in the house, and we seen Mr. Yahiko West. He matched the description and I guess the physicalities of everything we were seeing on the video.
Okay, now let me backtrack a little bit. Did anyone at the barbershop or anyone in the vicinity identify Mr. West specifically as the shooter?
No, nobody really wanted to say anything. The witnesses that we seen on video, they weren't there at the time when we got there. So we had to rely on the surveillance footage from the stores.
So you were able to determine based on the surveillance footage and the flock camera results who the owner of the car was? Did I hear that correctly?
So, like I said, he wasn't the owner of the car, but once
Okay.
we went back and looked at the address as far as history for calls of service, if we've been out there, or more information on residents in the house or family members, we came across Mr. West, and that's how he was identified.
Okay, so he is not the listed owner of the vehicle, but he lives in the home of the owner of the vehicle?
Correct.
Okay, and for lack of a better word, further investigation, you all were able to get a picture or something of him?
Yes, his driver's license picture.
That photograph matched what the surveillance camera showed as the person at the scene?
Correct.
Now, does the surveillance camera actually show who, does it show depict the shooting itself?
One of them do, like I said, it's different angles, so it doesn't show like the clear angle that would be ideal. But once you put them together and you're watching them from different angles, you're seeing it. Like from the deli, they have I guess a shade on their window, so it's obstructed. But I had to change the thing for the video to make it where it's almost like infrared, so you make the contrast negative, if that's what you want to call it. And so you can see the outline of Mr. Yahiko and the victim, he walks past, and you can see it basically like that. But the other footage shows them, you know, in regular day and time as they walking past each other, as the shooting happens, and you see him pull the gun out, shoot, and walk to the vehicle.
Okay, now let's stop right here. You see, the way you phrase it, you see him. This is the deli video?
On that video, I was originally talking about the deli video, yes. But when I say you see him and the victim, I'm talking about the video from the barbershop.
Okay, let's talk about that one for a minute. Does the barbershop video show Mr. West clearly and the victim?
Yes. So
are
the victim
out, or are they just standing in front of the barbershop?
So it originally shows Mr. West arrived there 20 minutes prior to the incident happening.
Okay.
So you see his car park on the curb and not in a parking spot. So it parks on the curb in front of the barbershop 24 Fitness, whichever I say. He gets out and you see him walk, and he's basically just waiting around. Yeah, he's just basically loitering, waiting around, not doing anything.
Objection to loitering, Your Honor.
Sustained.
Also, let's just stick with just waiting. Okay.
Okay, he's just waiting around.
Okay. Then what happens?
And then once you keep watching, you eventually see the victim and another unknown male. They're walking together, but they walk, I guess, back and forth between stores. They also not really doing anything, just walking around the area.
Does the person that you identified as Mr. West and the victim, do they ever come into contact, or they
come into contact?
Is there any interaction between them?
The only interaction comes when the actual incident happens where he is shot. That's when
there's no conversation that you can tell?
No, the only thing you see, when it gets time to that, the only thing you see is the victim walking past Mr. Word exchange for like maybe, I wouldn't even say 10 seconds. And then you see Mr. West pull the gun and shoot.
Where did he pull the gun from?
It looked from inside his pants. I guess either, like I said, due to the angle of the camera, all you see is like him pull the gun or draw the gun as he's stepping back and shoot.
Can you tell what happened to the weapon after he finishes shooting?
I guess I don't want to. From what I remember, he just keeps it in his hand and he walks to the car because the car is parked right there.
He does what with the gun?
If I remember right from the video, all he does is just keep it in his hand and he just walks to the car.
So he's holding the gun in his hand as he gets in the vehicle?
Yes, he walks to
Okay.
the car.
Was a weapon recovered subsequently?
After he was arrested and we obtained a search warrant for his residence, yes.
Okay, now let's go back to the scene. We'll come to the search warrant in a second. Now, from the video, does any of that video have audio at all?
No, ma'am.
So you can't tell what's being said between the parties, and I think you said it was like 10 seconds before the shooting starts?
I wouldn't even say it was that.
But there was some type of interaction between them.
Correct. Well, the only thing that I still haven't figured out, I've been trying to find the witnesses or anybody who was there. The only thing that we got from it is somebody said it was over somebody calling somebody broke or something with money.
There was some exchange between the parties where somebody called somebody broke.
Yeah, that's all we pretty much been able to get.
And do you know if these parties have any, if the victim and the defendant, are they acquainted with each other? Any previous interaction that you know of?
But I spoke to one person who was in the area at the time. He told me that he's seen both of them in the area, but he's never seen them together. He never knew if they had any beef or anything. He never seen them talking to each other, period. But he has seen both of them up there at the brother before.
So nobody really knows why why this happened. What triggered this, I guess.
No.
You don't have a.
No.
Okay. Now you say the victim was shot. Can you tell how many times he was shot?
I wanna say he was shot 3 times.
Do you recall where he was shot?
Specifically, it would be in my report if I'm able to look into it.
May he be allowed to refresh his recollection?
Yes, go ahead.
Let us know when you're ready.
Okay. Yeah, he was struck 3 times. One was in the upper left chest, one was in the right of the neck, and then one was in the middle of the forehead.
And all that was done by Mr. West?
Correct.
No other shooter in the vicinity that you know of?
No, ma'am.
What was Mr. West's condition?
He seemed calm.
Excuse me?
He seemed calm. He just turned around and walked to his car.
What about the victim, Mr. Gordon?
They said he was just laid out on the ground with, suffering from gunshot wounds.
Was he still alive at the time?
I'm not a medical professional, but I can't say. I would think that he was dead, but he was pronounced dead at the scene.
Okay. And who pronounced him?
It was our medical examiner.
Okay. Do you know if the victim was able to make any statements subsequent to being shot?
No, ma'am.
So there were 3 shots. The victim drops to the ground. The defendant just walks off, gets in the car, and leaves.
I want to say it was more than 3 shots. He was only hit 3 times. I want to say he shot about 4 times.
Were any shell casings or anything recovered from the scene?
It was.
Do you recall how many?
That would also be in the report if y'all will let me look into it.
You need to check?
Yeah.
May he be allowed to refresh his recollection?
Yes, go ahead.
Four shell casings. Did you need the specifics of the casings, or you just want the number?
Just want to know how many.
Yeah, it was four.
4 casings?
Yes, ma'am.
Have they been submitted for analysis of any type?
Yes, ma'am.
And the gun that is suspected to be where they were discharged from, that's been sent in also?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you know if Mr. West made any statements about what happened?
When we brought him in for questioning, he asked for a lawyer, and then he said before he asked for a lawyer, he just said, "I just want to say self-defense," and then he asked for a lawyer.
He said what now?
He said he just wanted to claim self-defense, and then he asked for a lawyer.
Okay. Now, going back to the original video that I think we were just talking about, did the victim in this video have any type of weapon that you could see?
No,
Did anyone else in the area, in the vicinity, have any type of weapon that you could see?
no, ma'am.
The witnesses that you were able to talk with, did they indicate that there was any type of anyone else out there shooting?
No, ma'am.
And were you able to find any type of physical evidence indicating that anyone other than this gentleman, Mr. West, was shooting that day?
No, ma'am.
Did the victim have any weapons on him?
No, ma'am.
So could you tell if anyone from him?
If anyone took something from him?
Yeah, took something off of him while he was laying there.
No, ma'am. Nobody did.
And the video recorded everything until law enforcement and I guess medical personnel got there?
Yes, ma'am.
You say yes?
Yes, ma'am. We didn't keep every video until law enforcement got there. We just got the video of the incident.
But the video that you have, did it show anyone else?
Nobody, everybody scattered when you started shooting.
Okay. Did anyone in the barbershop hear or was aware of what happened between the parties that could have led to this?
From when I spoke to them, they said the barbershop had just closed and the last person had just went home.
Now let's talk about the weapon. Based on your being able to trace the owner of the weapon, owner of the car, I'm sorry.
Mm.
Is there anything showing what happened when the victim got home?
You said when the victim got home?
Yeah, you said the car went. You were able to detain the victim at the at his residence.
Oh, so yeah. So once we were investigating on the scene that night, and we had spoken to multiple people, just following any tip that we were receiving, and one person had mentioned that they said they saw the car speed off towards I'm trying to think of the name of that road. Yeah, it was Forest Glen. It was going Sarah Boulevard and Forest Glen. So once they said that, and we looked for the flock cameras or whatever, and then they gave us a description of the car, and then we came up to the 2007 Toyota Camry, and like I said, it hit the cameras. I want to say maybe 2 minutes after the incident, or 1 minute after the incident. And then we ran the register owner, and it came back to,
Can I help you, sir?
I don't want to say his name wrong, but Abbas Arobu. And then, of course, the address came back to the house where also Mr. West was staying.
So when you all arrived at the residence, Mr. West was there?
No, ma'am. Mr. West was, I think he was arrested that next morning. He went that way, but when somebody drove the house, the car wasn't there. And then I don't know, I didn't track the car, but I was watching on the cameras and it went down towards Fairburn and it didn't come back to the next morning, which is when he got arrested.
Okay. And was the weapon found on him at that time or where was it found?
So it was I want to call it a disconnect between the sheriff's department and the police department. So when the sheriff's department, when they got him, I found out about it later, and then we executed the search warrant afterwards, and we recovered the clothes he was wearing and the gun and other things like that.
And I believe we've already discussed that Mr. West not making any statements other than it was self-defense and he wanted a lawyer. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, do you know if he made any statements if anyone else at the residence made any statements about the clothes and the weapon or what might have happened?
His residence?
Yes. The
two males that were there when we did the search warrant, they barely spoke English and they didn't know what was going on.
Okay. And the clothes, I believe you indicated that you said you recovered the clothes that the Mr. West was wearing.
Yeah, he was suspected of wearing. So like from the video, you see that the kind of shoes he was wearing was like some gray and black Jordans or whatever. Those were at the front door of his residence. And then you go upstairs, the gun was on his bed, the clothes was on his bed, everything like that. The magazine with matching caliber bullets was on the floor next to
Able to determine that he was wearing on the day during the shooting. You all recovered all of that? Shoes, clothes, everything?
Yeah, so he's suspected to be lit. Like, if you zoom in on the video, like I said, he walked to the car, so I was able to stop and zoom in and freeze and do whatever I needed to do. He was wearing like a black polo jacket. It was unzipped, so he had on a white beater underneath. And he had on sweatpants with the drawstring to match. And like I said, the Jordans, which was distinct.
And all of that was found in his room at the residence?
Yes, man. It was like he had just had returned to the residence that morning because he parked the car down the street and I guess went home.
He parked the car down the street and walked to the residence itself?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you know if any of the clothing items were tested for gunshot residue or anything like that?
They were collected and submitted in the evidence, but as far as I didn't personally, I submitted it for that. I would hope that it was, but I can't say personally that I did it.
Okay. But you all do have the clothing. Do you know if it was sent?
It should have been sent with everything else. So our crime scene investigation unit, they were the ones who collected all the evidence.
The bullets that actually struck the victim, do you know if they were collected also?
From when I checked, they were still in the process of doing the autopsy and everything like that. So I don't know if they recovered anything yet.
Okay. And have you, at this point in time, do you have a copy of the autopsy?
No, ma'am, it hasn't been done yet.
Oh, okay. It hasn't?
Not that I know of. From when I look on my end, it's still showing that it's in progress.
Oh, okay then. Okay. So that final report hadn't been submitted.
Correct.
Okay. Your Honor, if I can have 1 second. Oh, also, are you able to see who's in court today?
Yes, ma'am.
The person that we've been talking about, Yahiko West, do you see them present with us this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you identify him by physical appearance or article of clothing?
Yeah, he's wearing an orange top with a white t-shirt underneath.
Okay. That's the person that's on the video we've been discussing?
Yes, ma'am.
And he's also the person that was detained at the residence where the car was registered to?
Yes, ma'am.
One more question. Was there anything distinctive or unique about that car that allowed you all to track it on the yacht flock cameras?
Yeah, so it was from the way he parked the right side of the car on the curb. And on there you could see it had like a scratch on the back passenger door or a scrape. And then you can also see that I was missing a hubcap.
The vehicle that you all found at the residence, did that fit the description that you just provided?
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
And I believe that's all I have as a detective. Reserve right for redirect.
All right, Cross.
Okay. Good morning, Detective Owens.
Or
How long have you been employed with the Clayton County Police Department?
5 years.
5 years. All right. Okay, trying to see. And this was June 25th, 2025. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you stated it was 9 o'clock, correct?
Around 9 o'clock when I got called.
Okay. Do you have any information about the actual time of the incident?
That would be on the initial officer report if y'all would let me look at that to see.
That's fine.
So it looked like they got it at 8:33
When you say they, who are you referring to?
as far as the 911 dispatch.
911 dispatch?
Yes, sir.
So there were 911 calls.
Correct.
How many 911 calls?
There were multiple. I can't specifically say or count how many.
But there were multiple.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you speak to any of the 911 callers?
I think one person stayed, but everybody else, either my supervisor or assistant detectives spoke with. Yes.
Did they provide any written statements or recorded statements?
As far as what they saw,
Yes.
only as far as I know, only one statement was collected from somebody who was deemed a potential credible witness.
Okay. Who was that person?
One said his name was Zachary Crump.
Zachary? And what was the last name?
Yeah, his name was Zachary Crump.
Okay. Can you give me a spelling? I can't understand.
Zachary or Crump? Which one you want?
Crump.
C-R-E.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, I'm sorry. Okay. And you mentioned something about the surveillance footage. There was no Kroger surveillance footage. Is that correct?
There was, but like I said, the whole thing was incident. So
The whole thing was what? I'm sorry.
like angles,
Okay.
like so we had to watch different angles to piece together like the totality of the picture. So the only Kroger camera that would have caught it was across the parking lot, and it was facing the barbershop in the front of Kroger.
Okay.
So, but it was also a tree obstructing. So all you see is feet, and then you see the victim get shot and fall. But the barbershop camera is directly in front of it to the left. So it is cut off a little bit, but it catches pretty much majority of the whole incident. And then the deli camera covers the incident that's cut off by the barbershop camera. but they had like a shade on the window. So that's when I said you gotta play with the contrast so you can see like the outlines of both the victim and the Mr. West.
Now, at what time what is the earliest time that you see the victim arrive to that location, if you recall?
Like I said, it was around 20 minutes prior to the incident.
And this is for the listed victim?
You saying the victim or are you talking about Mr. West? I'm sorry.
The person who was shot, Mr. Gordon. What time did Mr. Gordon arrive?
He arrived after Mr. West, but I don't have the specific details on the time.
Okay. And you stated that you saw Mr. Gordon with another individual?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where are they located on that video?
The victim and the other individual?
Were they in front of the Kroger, the barber shop, the deli?
The victim and the other individual, they were just walking. But after the investigation, you would see them walking from the smoke shop, walking up the sidewalk around the corner to where Mr. West was and everything like that.
Okay. And does the video indicate how many times Mr. Gordon walked past Mr. West?
He only walked past Mr. West once, but he was walking back and forth up that sidewalk. So he went into the store one time. He went into the wing store to get something to drink one time before the incident.
Mm-hmm.
Then he was talking with the other male, just walking back and forth.
Okay. And no witnesses on the scene from your testimony identified Mr. West as the shooter. Is that correct?
Nobody the one person who was there, who was on video, he didn't want to be involved, but he did say he seen Mr. West and the victim up there before, but he said he never known them to be beefing or having a relationship. He said that was the first time he seen them, I guess, together.
Did anybody provide a name of either individual?
No.
Okay. So there are no witnesses that, as so far as you're concerned, no witnesses made an identification.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And your testimony is that there was no argument prior to an incident happening.
Like I said, the videos ain't got no audio, so all you see is the bullets and the incident taking place, but you don't have no audio.
Okay.
So all you see is, if you want me to keep going, I'll keep going, but
Yeah.
I'll stop it. Okay. But like I said, all you see is after he was just, Mr. West was just sitting there. Then the victim, after he came out the deli shop or whatever, getting a drink or whatever, you see him walk past Mr. West. I guess they say something to each other or exchange words. Then you see Mr. West hop down off the railing or whatever he was sitting on. And you see him draw his gun and he's stepping back and shoot multiple times and walk to the car.
And now in that video, are you able to see what the Mr. Gordon was doing?
In the video, it just shows like they were already a distance from each other. So it wasn't like they were face to face. So it was like he walked past a few more feet, and then the incident happened.
Okay. And from your testimony, Mr. West's face was visible?
Yeah, like I said, he didn't have on a mask or nothing. So when he arrived 20 minutes earlier, we got that on footage as well. So you see him walking up and sitting on a thing. And then after the incident, you see him walk to the car, look back, And like I said, once you slow it down or freeze it or pause or whatever, however many times, we get to see different angles of his face, the tag on the car, um, the details of the car, like I said, the hubcap, the scratch, the clothes he wearing.
Okay. And do you have a supplemental report of all this?
Yeah, I have my report, yes.
Okay. Now, is there another report of the crime scene investigation?
Yes,
Crime scene
the technicians did do their own separate reports.
Okay. Were any body worn cameras, were police with body worn cameras present?
Yes, at the incident location, yes.
Okay. Thank you. No further questions.
Any redirect?
Not from the state at this time, Your Honor.
Closing arguments, ADA Thomas.
I'll reserve to the end, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead, Attorney Mitchell.
We ask that you not find probable cause. There were no eyewitnesses on the scene that could identify Mr. West as the shooter. The state has indicated that there was some video of a vehicle that was leaving the scene. However, we do not know how many other people would be present in the home, if the vehicle was obtained from anyone else. And so we don't know if Mr. West is the definitive person that would be at that scene. Didn't hear anything about the height, weight, or any of those defining characteristics peculiar to Mr. West. So for those reasons, we would ask that you not find probable cause.
All right, ADA Thomas.
Your Honor, I'm going to be fairly brief because I believe the officer's testimony is sufficient at this point to transfer this case to Superior Court. However, based on the officer's testimony, what we know at this point is that there was multiple video coverage of this incident, and that the video in question, Your Honor, 1 second, please. And that the video in question didn't see fit to wear a mask when he shot the victim, shows him. It shows the shooting, and depending on the angle, but you can see the shooting, the brief interaction between the parties immediately preceding the shooting, and then this defendant walking to his car with the gun in his hand, leaving the scene. The Flock's cameras were able to trace the vehicle, and subsequent investigation revealed the owner of the vehicle, the residence where the vehicle was registered, which also happened to be the residence of this defendant. The officer also testified that subsequent to the defendant being detained, a search of his room pursuant to a search warrant revealed the weapon, the clothing that he was wearing apparently at the time of the incident that conformed with what was depicted on the videos, and clothing, weapon, shoes that he had on also that apparently was also captured by the video. State will contend at this point in time that there's more than sufficient evidence for probable cause in this matter, and the case should be transferred to the Superior Court.
Right. So this case is so very troubling. We're just seeing more and more of these young kids running around here, carrying guns and then shooting. In this case, the officer testified that Defendant West shot him in the neck, head. He would shoot him to kill. He shot him in the neck, in the head. It is. So now 2 sets of parents have lost their children. For sure, the deceased. It is just mind-boggling that anybody on the exchange of words take out a gun and shoot somebody in the head. It's just unreal. It's sick. So based upon all the evidence, definitely has a substantial probable cause to bind this case over. We got the weapon in his room, his clothing, the surveillance videos, the car description, the shell casings, And so there is definitely sufficient probable cause to bind this case over to the Superior Court of Clayton County. That's the order of the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor. May the officer be excused.
Yes, thank you.
Your Honor, that concludes my business. May I be excused?
Have a good one.
All right.
The call cannot be completed at time.
Thank you.